By the way, before we move on, I've gotta just go back to the space thing.
Yeah.
Because did you see what one of the astronauts did before they came back to Earth? Do we have this audio? Well, listen to this.
What is your life lesson or takeaway from these 9 months in space?
Well, in answer to your question, I can tell you honestly, my feeling on all of this goes back to my faith. It's bound in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He is working out his plan and his purposes for his glory throughout all of humanity, and how that plays into our lives is significant and important. And however that plays out, and I am content because I understand that. I understand that he's at work in all things. Some things are for the good. Go to Hebrews chapter 11. Some things look to us to be not so good, but it's all working out for his good for those that will believe. And that's the answer. So thanks for asking.
That's a scientist in space, and I didn't see that headline anywhere.
No.
And I just would like to say, I think that's what happens when you fly on a Boeing. You're like, all right, Jesus, you're there, right? I mean, I got to have some perspective. Okay, so if I burn up on re-entry, it's going to be good, right? I mean, that's what he was saying. Is like, you know what? My faith, it just tells me, Boeing could kill me, but I guess it's all going to work out to be the best. That's pretty much what he was saying there, I think.
That's true. I think, too, Glenn, as you tell me if this has happened with you, but as you get older, that sentiment becomes much, much more true.
Yes. Perspective.
Things seem so out of control sometimes, and then when you really put yourself in the mindset, which he was just describing, that it's like, yeah, you know what? It's not really in my hands, and things happen for these reasons that I believe in, and they're important, and I can't control all of them, and I'll do the best I can and get through all of this. It makes life a heck of a lot easier. I mean, just pragmatically, outside of the faith elements of it, it makes your life better. It just does, because you don't freak out about every little thing. I can't tell you how many times I sit there in church and they're talking about these these important concepts, and thoughts enter your mind of like the chaos of the world, and when you think about it that way, you're just like, the chaos of the world. Who cares about the chaos of the world?
I care about it.
But I care about it in a totally different way.
In a way that you're like, it's going to be interesting to see how it all works out.
It is. We talk about that phrase all the time. Yeah. It is so important.
Because the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that